Okay, let's get the collective message. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, and understanding. Not worrying about others, not worrying about other situations. This is kind of like taking a day off of work to focus on your home. This is instead of going to work and focusing on their floors and their counters and their stuff. This is like knowing that you need to give yourself some pampering when other people want your attention, but you have to ignore them, go on do not disturb or something, just to give yourself a peace of mind so you can regenerate. This is that type of energy. Someone is putting themselves first. This is what's needed to be done at this time. You got someone here that's not accepting you leaving. They're not accepting the new coming in. No, it's a no to this person. Okay, I'm not sure if this is you or someone else collective, but let's just talk about it. You have someone here, there's an energy here that's not accepting anything new and not accepting anybody, any changes, no. They're not leaving. They're not walking away. They're not going to allow someone to leave and walk away. They're not allowing no newness to step into this picture. No new friends, no new nothing. But there's growth here, and it's coming in strong. This is like, and someone is stuck, Now, are they being released? Honestly, it's giving more of them being released than stuck, because someone broke their promise. They broke their word, their oath they broke it. And this is a hell of a challenge here, because now another person has gained an extreme amount of courage. And I don't know. Now, you got someone here who has grown up. You could, this could be I could be talking to someone's parent here. Okay, it doesn't have to be, but I'm picking up on a strong parent energy. That's not thinking that this child is an adult, and this child is an adult, and they're not wanting to let this child grow the fuck up. Okay, so this is what I am seeing. Yeah, somebody is not letting someone grow. They're not letting someone expand. I'm not sure why. Someone wants their kid to stay a kid forever. What's going to happen when you pass away and this kid is an adult and don't know anything about the world? Okay, so you might need to think about those things and not be so selfish. Picking up on a parent. Okay, so your failure is coming out because of someone not making proper choices, okay? Someone feels like they don't listen well. Got a hard-headed kid / adult kid. All right? It's like you want them to listen. They fail to listen, but all you can do is just be real with you on some things. I saw 404 when I said that, but it's really all you can do here. It's a lot of denial, and somebody's gonna regret that, because it's like they need to allow this person, this adult, whether this is your child or someone that may even be an adult that's childish. Somebody need to let them learn shit the hard way. This is given, life is spanking that ass, let me see. But somebody could be spoiling their child, or always, running and helping or saving somebody who's an adult that needs to learn how to do things on their own without running to this parent, because there's a parent energy here that does not feel like they're grown as adult child or kid is responsible, I guess. Hold on. And they feel like if they stop playing the parent role right now on that type of time, even if they are an adult, they do feel like they're not gonna forgive themselves for it because of someone else's shenanigans. Or so you do have parents that will ruin their children with spoiling them, always getting them out of trouble, always running to their rescue, and they don't learn stuff the hard way, the real consequences behind things. And so even if this kid turns of age, like way of age, and I'm picking up on 30s and 40s, maybe even 50s, I mean, it is what it is. But it's like kind of okay. This is the best example that I got. My very first pit bull, his name was Bishop. I was doing everything accordingly to the laws, so I got him snipped, and that was my first time having to get a dog snipped, so a male dog especially. So I felt some type of way, and then after the way, as gentle as he was, but yet at the same time such a protector, I low-key felt responsible for him not having children. And I felt I had a moment in my life where I felt bad about that, because I didn't give that an opportunity, and he would have had some beautiful children, and so I felt like I took his manhood from him. I felt like I had took a piece of him that makes him whole, and and so somebody could feel like this when it comes down to spoiling their child, or spoil, the way, to the point to where they feel like if they do let them go off in the world and they act like they don't, they're not responsible for some of the things that this person goes out and do, then if something happened to them, they're going to be like, well, damn, I really didn't get them prepared for this, and now they're too grown to actually hear me, want to get them prepared for it. Now they out in it, but they still feel like they can run to me and me save them when they need to be saved, or something like that. So hopefully that makes sense to somebody. Yeah, this person is afraid, and it's a real rocky situation here. Somebody's physically not changing. They're just doing, I don't know. It's giving physical changes that they're not doing differently. They're not even trying to fight. This is somebody that's not even trying to put up a fight. Hold on. They could be broken in a lot of different ways, unstable, and this shit, I mean, I don't know what's going on here. So somebody is thankful for the message of and realizing that they're not letting something go. In this message, this was a success, so somebody is going to get a breakthrough with this message and help them get out of their ego, or help them get out of their own way and no longer support something that they cannot even see, or like, say for instance, somebody wants you to be there for them. I've dealt with this, so I understand it. And you're there for them to help them, But it's like you help them just regenerate a little bit of energy to go and deplete it again, or go right back and empty it up in the same place where they lost it in the first place. But yet they don't want to involve you into the situation to help them fix it. They just need your energy for a moment. And that matters. Your energy matters. And people, you ain't no drive-by gas station where people can come gas up and leave and go run out of gas doing, donuts. Because that's exactly what they're doing. Loops and donuts. Burning rubber in a parking lot, going around in circles. And so your gas that they getting from you to get them that energy to do that, you don't deserve to have that just being used up like that. And then you're burnt out, so that matters. It matters a lot. So I hope that somebody really did get this message and it helps. Is there anything else that my collective needs to know? Yeah, it's time for you to step into this now. And it's somewhere where you may not belong, or you know that you don't belong, or you know that someone doesn't belong. It's something about ending this scenario. It's something about, let me see what this is talking about. Okay, because there is a lack of emotion here. Somebody don't give a fuck. Okay? And it's kind of like they don't see that they're really getting help. So they don't care about that type of stuff. This is someone that's loving themselves right now and what they got going on. So they just really only thinking about them, and it ain't nothing to be, people be lifing. It is what it is. Yeah, this person ain't paying attention to none of the signs to focus on themselves. Or this is you. And this is getting your strength and confidence back up, or somebody knocking somebody's shit down, honey. And I'm just saying, like, they're not even fighting. All right. So you need to listen and be real with yourself and go for your peace. And that's what we spoke about, I believe, in, you might need to check out the reading before, being no longer stuck in the loop, because somebody really wasn't listening to another person in that message, going after their peace and doing, moving forward. And in this message, this is showing like somebody don't see that that's what you're trying to do. That's what you're being real to yourself. They feel like you're losing faith in them. And it's not about losing faith in them. It's about you having spiritual growth within you. See, it's a difference. And people tend to say, no, like you're leaving me behind, but it's not about you leaving somebody behind like you're losing faith in them, or you just don't see that part no more. But if that's what it comes to, that's what it comes to. But in some situations, it's not about them losing, not believing in you, or you not believing in them. It's just that your growth, your spiritual growth, has called you to move up and go a different direction. And it may not be meant for them to go with you. And they need to understand that. I don't feel like this is something that my collective, or the collective energy that I'm talking to, is needing to understand. I feel like someone else is giving a left out energy, because you're being true to yourself and going towards what's peaceful in this position, and welcoming the new and the growth that's coming in and the expansion with that. And there could be somebody could, I don't know, there could be a parent or a child here. And depending on the situations, it could be either or, for real. That's like not wanting to let something go. Now, there could be a parent that's, like I say, still trying to help a child, or there could be a child that's still trying to, I could say help a parent, but I almost want to say like chastise a parent or make a parent feel bad or something for, but growth is here. I don't know. So I'm going to leave this where it is because it's going to get confusing. Let me go ahead and close it out though. Let's get a closing message. I appreciate everyone that stepped in and got this message. Thank you so much for pulling up and letting me bring you the message. So you just need to focus on yourself and bring yourself back to balance here. That's important for you. All right, you could be a Libra or dealing with a Libra. There's a lot of changes with your health here that's you might need to be focusing on more than somebody could be fucking with your nerve, got it dangling and stuff. I don't know. But look, I'm going to close this reading out. Y'all like, subscribe, and share. And I'll holler at you later. Deuces.